else was there? Oh, Drickus. Drickus chatting in on... I just thought it was cool that he gave this insight. That Drickus was interviewed on whether the UFC would come to South Africa. It's obviously been a debate for how many years now, whether this is actually going to happen. But also, what are the chances of it and how do we make it happen? And it was cool to see from a fighter's perspective, having that clarity of what the situation is, but also as a South African, going like, hey, dude, this is where the chance is and this is where the chance isn't. And he basically breaks it down into costs of tickets against the amount of people that you could fit in a venue. The more people, the cheaper the price would then drop, because they can cover the costs of everything with more heads or more feet through the door at least. And we don't have venues here that are 30, 40, 50,000 people. So tickets would be a bit dear.
Yeah. It's probably from the UFC side, they probably have got like a standard of how much they want to earn in hosting an event like that. We spoke about it earlier, and like being almost the first push into Africa and almost try and convert the entire Africa as a UFC backed and continent to fight on. The ticket pricing must be right, and maybe we should do this, like just make everyone pay like $100 and you go into a lottery.
Dude, that's a great idea. I would enter.
You won't get your money back, but it's like playing the lotto. Like there's 30,000 tickets, 10 million people put their name in the hat for like a raffle, and then if your name gets pulled, then they make their money.
That's not a bad shout, eh?
They make the money, and then only the lucky 30,000 people can watch the fight.
I think they should. Dude, that's a very good idea, because I would enter that raffle. I'd enter a couple times. I think they should do what could be cool. Say now the venue can hold 10,000 people, right? They need to do fan parks again.
Yes.
I don't know why we stopped doing fan parks. Like,
100%.
even if for like Stormers games, if there was a fan park, the chance that I'm probably going to choose okay, maybe that's why they don't do fan parks anymore.
Yeah.
Because, like, dude, like, what do they do in the States? What's that called? Carpool.
Tailgating.
Tailgating. What's carpool?
It's like when you drive with a mate to work or something.
Oh, don't do that when you're watching a game and drinking.
Yeah.
But park. And then do that.
Yeah.
And then Uber home. But we need that. Like, I always look at what's awesome in American culture is tailgating.
Yeah.
And all the houses that surround the stadium sell their...
Parking space.
Yes, on their property. And I'm like, that is genius. So every year, these families are making money off how many games for parking.
Yes.
And they
barbecue. And
the
owners of the house probably get invited as well.
Yeah, there we go.
So you eat for free, get paid for it.
Why not do it?
And
we need that here. We need braai tailgating.
I remember back in the day when Stormers still used to play at Newlands, there at the brewery. They used to have these big, like on Groteski, used to park there, and everyone, like almost brought like a shuttle and a cooler box and just had a good old time.
Bring that back.
They still do it for Test cricket.
They do it for Test cricket. You're
Really?
right. Yeah. And but it's
that's cool.
because there's parking spaces there, but it's like tough. You can't really. Greenpoint's not. It's
good
not
point.
geared for it, unless you like park on. They allow you to park on Hamilton's fields, but that will just destroy the field.
Or park, or don't park. Uber, Arrive Alive.
Yes.
And we do the same at Hamilton's. We just turn Hamilton's into like one giant braai area.
But the only way you can get into it, you have to have your rugby ticket.
Yes.
So you come to, before you go into the stadium, you go through Hamilton's, you arrive 3 hours earlier. You come there, have a couple of dopes, have like entertainment and singers, and then from there, everyone together, all 50,000 people just walk into the stadium.
Dude, that's such a good idea.
And it just creates like a...
Yeah.
Yes.
You don't pay to tailgate. You just have to show ticket.
Yeah.
Because now we can have, 50,000 people
It becomes a prolonged event.
True.
And it builds gears. Remember,
shitload of
people
gears.
like arrive at stadiums in drips and drabs. Like half an hour before, there's like a couple of people sitting there and a couple of, imagine all 50,000 people is like revved up from the pre-thing, like an hour before the kickoff. They all move into the stadium together. It's going to be chaos, and then from there, it's just music pumping and guys playing and big hits and
we can go like
straight challenges and all those things.
Run it straight challenges. Thank you for bringing that in. We need to bring run it straight challenges to South Africa. The concussion listing would probably go through the roof. Do they knock each other out?
Yeah.
Cold.
Yeah.
You know, when you go stiff
T-Rex.
arm, that's a problem. Yeah. You fighting yourself. If you could pick one Formula One event to go to,
Probably.
he's already smiling. What would your one be?
Let me think about it a bit. You go, Salam?
So, if I can do a Formula One and it's all access, like shits and gigs, right? You can Monaco.
No, but Monaco, you can't see much.
But you have the whole weekend. So you'd watch like qualifying from,
A yacht.
From a yacht. Yes, Kitsy, now we're talking.
The GameTime yacht.
From the GameTime yacht with the GameTime Porsche,
And the GameTime speedboat.
And the GameTime speedboat.
Yes.
Because the speedboat takes us from land to our yacht.
Yes.
It does make sense that way, right? And our GameTime crane that puts the Porsche on the...
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we just rev it.
Spinning thing.
Yeah, it must spin, it must turn on the front. Yeah. Now we proper do this. Watch qualifying from there, and then you watch the race from like up in one of the boxes above the pit lanes. And it's like 2 days of insane experience.
I'll probably do like Singapore or one of those Asian countries. I think that because like those night races, those look sick.
Those are dope. Good call. Good call.
And also you're there the full weekend, like from Friday, Saturday, watch the qualifiers and race there.
Yeah.
You take about 2 days to recover afterwards as well.
But it's once in a lifetime.
100%.
So like I'll take a week to recover. That's okay.
Maybe also do just like Barcelona or something for Formula One. It could be fun.
That could be a jewel as well. Yeah. I'm kind of sold on the city, which I know I probably shouldn't say as like a Formula One fan, but like the city, if I'm flying from South Africa, like, come on. If I could attend a Formula One that I think would probably be the most, but it would obviously be if it was here in South Africa, that would be phenomenal for all of us. But other than that, yeah, I rate that's like Texas could maybe be a jewel as well.
Yeah, it could, yeah.